At some point, I wasn't watching football anymore. Now I'm watching all the games because...
Gerard Piqué is not the only one who stopped watching football at some point. TikTok and shorter attention spans send its regards. But he also found a solution to get engaged again. You probably have heard of it. It feels like you can't spend 5 minutes on the internet without hearing about Bitcoin, blockchain or NFTs, non-fungible tokens. To understand what's going on, we reached out to a real expert for NFTs.
Hi, I'm Gerard Piqué. Welcome to Athletic Interest. Let's talk about NFTs.
If you're confused now, let us explain. Gerard Piqué is an expert for this case study because he has invested in one of the leading NFT-driven companies. He'll help us understand the hype and how the technology is shaking up the sports industry. So let's dive right into it. To understand the appeal of NFTs, a quick look at the history of technological progress in the media helps. Over the years, people have come up with new inventions that enabled the creation of increasingly complex media. Every major invention made it a little bit easier to replicate a certain good. The printing press enabled replica books, photography, portraits, cassette tapes, music. The internet is the culmination of that development. It has never been easier to replicate and share images, videos, sounds and text with almost no costs involved. Take this very video for example. Whether it is watched by 1 person or 10 million, our costs will be the same. The revenue won't be, by the way, so please share this around. But back to the story. Technology made it easier and cheaper to replicate media. For years there was only one direction, until NFTs arrived. It's already in the name, non-fungible. It means it is not replaceable or substitutable by something identical. Every product is either one or the other. Coins, common shares and brand new smartphones are perfectly fungible. Assets like diamonds, land or baseball cards are not fungible because those have unique qualities that add or subtract value. Just like non-fungible tokens, they serve as a certificate of authenticity or proof of ownership. That means that the actual file can still be replicated for free, for example, the image of a neon cat, but there is only one certificate for it, and only one owner of that certificate. NFTs seem almost counterintuitive to the digital media age, in which scarcity was almost completely disappearing. NFTs are now introducing scarcity into the digital world. But does scarcity alone create value?
The concept of NFT is very big, and I think that it has to be a usage behind the NFT. If not, I don't think it makes a lot of sense.
Economists and Piqué distinguish between functional value and hedonic value. It's basically saying, what can I use this to do versus how much do I like this thing in and of itself. The Mona Lisa was once hung on Napoleon's bedroom wall. The painting's history and association with him brought it great cultural value, much more than the actual value of its materials. The idea is that people like collectibles because they have some sort of personal meaning. They carry biographical elements, for example, important events in a person's life. NFTs apply that notion in the digital age. For example, that cat video you watch once a month to get a good laugh. You can now own it as a token and show the world what it means to you. Another way for NFTs to create value is through function. Yes, they can actually do things. For example, NFTs can function like membership cards or tickets, providing access to events, exclusive merchandise and special discounts. To be honest, it still seems a bit unreasonable to pay 69 million for a picture on the internet. But so does paying 69 million for any picture. Besides the art world, there's one area that could be completely disrupted by this new technology. Think about it. The value in NFTs is either created by functioning as a ticket, membership or merchandise, or by some kind of emotional attachment. Where do you find all those things? Sports, the embodiment of emotions, and the home for millions of fans around the world. It is the perfect environment for NFTs.
And at the end of the day, it's a very nice experience because it's what you did when you were a kid, collect the cards of your players that you support or you follow.
This is the first promising use of NFTs in sports, turning exciting moments and athletes into NFTs so fans can collect and trade them. Not with a ticket or membership function, but as a digital makeover for trading cards. What used used to be still images are now videos. Authentication agencies are replaced by blockchain-based authentication. Binders by smartphones, collectors' fairs by platforms and apps. The market for traditional sports trading cards is already a growth market, and NFTs are bringing the whole experience to the digital age. And the technology adds completely new elements to the experience.
At some point, I wasn't watching football anymore. I mean, I play football, but then it was difficult for me to watch. Now I'm watching all the games because I like to follow my players and the players that are in the team, so let's see how they perform.
He's talking about Sorare. Sorare is a sports entertainment platform where users can collect and trade officially licensed NFTs of their favorite athletes. With these collectibles, you can play in a global fantasy football game if you wish and compete against other managers.
So rare, it's another way of following the game itself. And it's been proven, at least for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, that you get excited to watch a football game because of So Rare.
As you can imagine, the market is going through the roof. NFTs for sports media are predicted to generate more than $2 billion this year, creating a completely new revenue stream for clubs and athletes. This could have a significant impact on the sport at a time when traditional revenue streams are stagnating or even in decline. Matchday revenue is limited by stadium capacity and location. Broadcasting revenue is said to have peaked in 2019, which leaves clubs with commercial contracts. Besides the traditional kit and car sponsorships, clubs now have a new category for partners: crypto and NFT companies. Almost no week goes by without the announcement of a new deal. In fact, the biggest naming rights deal ever was recently signed in that category. The iconic Staples Center is now named after a crypto company. At a time when even major clubs are struggling to pay their salaries and the whole system seems fragile, NFTs are a real opportunity for new immersive experiences for fans and healthier financials for clubs. So are NFTs actually worth the money?
I think that this kind of environment where NFTs make sense because they have a usage, I think they will have long life and it will make total sense in the next few years and they will grow. But then there are other NFTs that I think that they will have a short life and that at the end of the day will go down.
Many of the companies created in the hype will probably go bankrupt. And many NFTs that are sold today could be completely worthless in a couple of years. Just like many .com companies died in the bubble 20 years ago. But the internet stayed. And so will the technology around NFTs, especially in sports. It is probably only a matter of time until you can buy tickets for the Champions League as an NFT. But does that mean you should invest now?
If you want to invest or if you want to be involved in the NFT space, I think that you have first to study a little bit to try to understand what does it mean, exactly what you can do with that. I think that people have to have a knowledge about that and they have to try to understand it. Not because a friend told you to invest in that, okay, I'll do it. Because normally this doesn't end well. So I think it's important that people try at least to understand what does it mean.
It is a very complex topic with a lot of crazy business going on, but it pushes the way we think about ownership in the digital age. And that is definitely a good thing. Thanks a lot to Sorare for partnering with us on this video and bringing Gérard Piqué. If you want to try the game and compete against Piqué, check out the link in the description.